What's up guys, my name's Brandon and we've been getting a ton of leaks about the iPhone 9, iPhone SE 2, whatever it's going to end up being called, and with the release hopefully coming soon, we got another bombshell dropped on us today. So in this video, I'm going to get you guys up to speed on the latest leaks and rumors surrounding the upcoming budget-friendly iPhone, the 2020 iPad Pro, iOS 14, iOS 13.4, and more. So first things first, no, we still do not have a confirmed name for the upcoming budget-friendly iPhone. We know pretty much every single other thing about it except for the actual name of the phone. Now the three possibilities right now, like I mentioned earlier and in previous videos, are iPhone SE 2, iPhone 9, and iPhone, just iPhone in parentheses, maybe 2020, like Apple did with the budget-friendly iPad. But then again, it could be none of those names. Apple could just make up a brand new name like they did with the iPhone SE and the iPhone XR. So there's still a lot of unknowns as far as the actual name of this phone goes. Now the reason I'm mentioning the naming scheme once again at the beginning of this video is because the leak that I'm about to tell you guys is actually something that could eliminate one or even two of the potential names for this upcoming budget-friendly iPhone. And what is this leak, you may ask? Well, as you can probably tell from the title, we are going to be getting a plus size model for this iPhone. That's right, so in the iOS 14 code obtained by 9to5Mac, they did find evidence that Apple is not only working on the 4.7-inch budget iPhone, but also a larger one, likely 5.5 inches, just like with the iPhone 8 Plus. So just the fact that there's not going to be just one model of this upcoming iPhone, but two, that leads me to believe that it's not going to be called iPhone SE 2, because think about it, what's Apple going to call it? iPhone SE 2 Plus? iPhone SE 2 Max? Like, that just doesn't make sense. It doesn't sound right. Now, you know, some people argue Apple did do iPhone 11 Pro Max, like three things, but that was differentiating from the iPhone 11 because they looked pretty much the same. So it differentiated from it. But with this one, it's kind of in its own category. There's really nothing, you know, that looks like it. So it's going to be called most likely iPhone 9 and iPhone 9 Plus. And now all of a sudden, that makes the most sense to me. And of course, if you watched my last video on the iPhone 9 rumors, you would have seen that I actually said in that video that I think it's going to be called just iPhone and in parentheses 2020. But of course, that was before this news came out. And the whole reason I thought that was once again because it is the budget version, and that's what Apple did with the iPads just last year. So yeah, I'm going back to thinking that this iPhone is going to be called iPhone 9 and iPhone 9 Plus. It is still going to be kind of confusing for consumers since we already have the iPhone 10, we already have the iPhone 11, we're going to have the iPhone 12 later this year in 2020. It's going to be very confusing for consumers, but I think the iPhone 9 and iPhone 9 Plus make the most sense of the names that have been leaked and that have been talked about. But once again, Apple could pull something out of left field and name it something that we have not seen before, like they did with the SE and the XR. But of course, when we do get a leak of the actual name of this device, I'm sure it will get leaked. Everything else has been leaked. Once we do get that leak, of course, I will make a video on it here on the channel. So definitely make sure you have those notifications clicked down below after you hit that subscribe button. So yeah, we got this leak that an iPhone 9 Plus will actually be a thing, but we didn't really get too much more info about it. We are expecting it to have the same A13 Bionic chip. We're expecting it to have the same, Touch ID with the home button right there. But of course, the things that could differentiate between the regular 9 and the 9 Plus are a dual camera setup on the Plus, whereas we have a single camera on the 9, and then also a bigger battery in the 9 Plus. This is kind of just emulating exactly what the iPhone 8 did with the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. Now, as for the pricing, of course, the iPhone 9 has been rumored to start at $399. That's been reported by numerous sources to start at $399. So that leads me to believe that the iPhone 9 Plus will start at $499, $100 more, just like with the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. And now let's talk about a new outlook on the release date before we move on to the other products and the other stuff I want to talk about in this video. So the release date is where things get a little bit confusing and really nothing has been confirmed at all for a release date. And that's of course because of the outbreak going on, the virus going on right now. A lot of us expected to see a March event at the end of March and then potentially these new iPhones being released on Friday, April 3rd. However, that's not looking as likely now, and we already know for sure that we're not going to be getting a March event from Apple. Now, even though we're not going to see a March event from Apple this year, we could still see a press release introducing the iPhone 9 and 9 Plus with a pre-order and a release date. But the tricky thing is, Apple themselves may not even know how much product they can get out. So even if this does get released next month, it could be, limited stock. It could be kind of rare and kind of hard to get one of these, on launch day, especially with all the hype that's built up. There's going to be a lot of people wanting to get these right away, and there could definitely be a shortage of iPhone 9s. So we're going to have to wait and see on that. There are just a lot of variables going on in terms of the release date and the manufacturing, everything going on right now. It's just a very confusing time in terms of producing new products and actually shipping them out to customers. Now, speaking of products that could be released very, very soon, let's talk about the 2020 iPad Pro and a small leak that we just got today. So 9to5Mac found 4 different model numbers for this upcoming iPad Pro, which is likely just the Wi-Fi and the cellular versions of the 11-inch and the 12.9-inch models. So not a huge deal, but just confirming basically that we are going to have multiple models of this iPad Pro. And of course, in the past, we did already see that we are going to have a triple lens camera setup, including a 3D time-of-flight sensor on the back, which is going to be a big upgrade from the 2018 iPad Pro, which had just one lens on the back. We've also seen numerous leaks and rumors surrounding an upcoming AirPods model. Now, earlier this month, we did see rumors that a new entry-level version of the AirPods Pro were going to be entering into production by Q2 of 2020, but we really didn't see much since that report. That is until today. So today, DigiTimes once again reported that new AirPods were coming, but that Apple was worried about demand for them due to that virus going on right now. So we don't really know when these will be coming or if they'll be called AirPods Pro Lite or AirPods 3, but they're likely going to have the same design as the current AirPods Pro right now, just without active noise cancellation. This is just like the rumored iPhone 9. We don't know the name of these upcoming AirPods, but they are on the way. And of course, the big differentiator in these versus the AirPods Pro, because they're going to look just like the AirPods Pro, is that they're not going to have active noise cancellation. And of course, we don't have a price on those yet either, but they are going to be the entry level. So they are going to be a lot cheaper than the AirPods Pro. Now, speaking of earbuds, Apple today just announced new Powerbeats. And these Powerbeats are going to have the H1 chip inside. They're going to have 15 hours of battery life, and they're going to cost just $150. Now, these are those rumored Powerbeats 4 that we've been hearing about for a while now. We've been seeing them on, iOS 13 code. We saw a lot of leaks about them, and these are actually them. They're just not called Powerbeats 4, they're just called Powerbeats. Which once again makes me think about the name iPhone instead of iPhone 9, just like with the iPad. They're naming these Powerbeats instead of Powerbeats 4. I don't know. There's just a lot of confusion, a lot of things going on with the naming scheme of Apple products. But anyways, these new Powerbeats are going to be available on Apple.com on Wednesday the 18th. All right, so now let's talk about release dates and events. So Apple just recently sent out a press release confirming that WWDC 2020 will take place, but that it's going to be a, quote, online experience. So for the first time ever, Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference is going to be streamed online only, and the workshops and everything is going to take place online. Now, what's interesting about this press release is that, number one, there's no date that's set. It only says June 2020. It does not have a specific date. And two, Craig Federighi says this: with all of the new products and technologies we've been working on, WWDC 2020 is going to be big. So I think that he is definitely hinting at new products with that line. He definitely made sure to have products in that quote. So that makes you think that we could see some of these products I talked about today at WWDC this year. And of course, just like every year at the Worldwide Developers Conference, we will see iOS 14 Beta 1 on the day of WWDC. So definitely look forward to that. Now, we could even see a week of releases from Apple like we have in the past, since we have so many products that are coming out. We have the iPhone 9, we have the iPad Pro 2020, we have the new AirPods, we have the AirTags. We have all these products that could get released very, very soon. And Apple could do what they've done in the past and just release everything in a week via press release. But we'll see about that. And lastly, I wanted to talk about iOS 13.4 and when we can expect the final release. So as you guys know, we've been through 5 betas of iOS 13.4 right now, and it's been about 2 months since we've gotten a public final release in 13.3.1. Now, there were some screenshots floating around showing Alipay support on iOS 13.4, and at the bottom it shows a release date of March 17th. However, those have been confirmed to be fake. So somebody just made these as a mock-up in Photoshop, and it's not official. However, with that being said, we probably will see the final release of 13.4 tomorrow, especially with the Powerbeats being released on Wednesday, and a lot of the features require iOS 13.4. We should be seeing 13.4 tomorrow on the 17th. If not, we'll probably see it Wednesday the 18th. But like I said, tomorrow the 17th is a very high possibility that we get the final release of iOS 13.4. And as you guys know, I will have a video on that right away here on the channel. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Those are the latest leaks and rumors surrounding the upcoming Apple products, especially the iPhone 9. So let me know what you guys think about the iPhone 9 or anything else down in the comment section below. Also, let me know if you like these talking head videos. I used to do these a lot more than I have recently. So if you like these, let me know. If you want me to go back to just showing my iPhone on the desk, let me know that as well. So anyways, thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.